Hi, everybody. It's a great day to be watching at home. We've got some wet, nasty weather here today. We've got a tremendous matchup for you tonight. Tailgating has been going on since the early morning, and this place is locked and loaded. As we'll see a team from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Away to get us going here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will get the first swing today. Here comes that star wide receiver with the swag that kind of rubs opponents the wrong way, Kirk, because he's saying, I don't care who you are, I'm going to embarrass you today.
Well, Chris, there's a rumor that this guy actually DMs the opposing corners before the game that he's going to go up against, as if to say, hey, it's going to be a long day for you today. But the wild thing is he actually comes out and single-handedly unravels defenses to the point that by the end, it looks like he's in the heads of the opposing secondary.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Handing off on the draw play. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to run for the first down. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Gets into space at the 50. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Physical run earns the first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Makes a quick grab. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Scanning the field. It's Keene. Receiver makes the catch. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Quarterback drops back. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. He's got some room and some blockers here. The 30. At the 20. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring.
That makes the score Georgia Southern 7, Fresno State 0.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick it away.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Fresno State offense back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Coming up, 4th down.
And here comes the punter onto the field.
On to punt it away.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. The Eagles offense comes out for their first possession today. And here we go, the other half of this running back matchup we've been looking forward to. Both guys come in rested, fresh, and very motivated.
How great is this, Chris? Usually in this era, it's about the quarterbacks and the receivers and getting the ball out in space. And in this matchup, we got 2 of the best running backs in the country going head-to-head. Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. To throw, it's French. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get it behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the punt heads out of bounds. It will spot this about the 35. The Fresno State offense is back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the 1st down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? The pocket breaking down. He'll throw it now. Checks this down to the running back. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Keeping it on the ground here. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And that run is good for 1st down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And here's the handoff. Showcasing the shiftiness on that play. Defense finally brings him down.
Chris, it's the consistency in this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. The tight end has got it, and the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 1st quarter of play. Kirk, it's Georgia Southern in front right now. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far.
Fresno State, 0.
Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Keene. Pressure is coming. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Looking to scramble. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State. So a quarterback who can escape and score like that, what a boost for this offense.
Yeah, and quarterbacks like this who can scramble are so hard to defend because the defense is so caught up in coverage and defending the pass. By the time they realize what's happening, there's no chance of stopping him from scoring.
And now the try here for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Georgia Southern offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
And the Eagles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. To throw, it's French. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And the completion made. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
And the Eagles pick up enough to get a first down there. He'll hand it off, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. They come up with that interception while doing that, and that is a big-time play.
Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again?
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback still with the football. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Moss. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And this is an ugly shank. The punt goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll spot it near the 25. Georgia Southern's offense retakes the field now. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. And the pass is complete to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Back to pass. It's French. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And they'll kick it away here. Running it back, it's Moss. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Fresno State offense back on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a big play downfield. But this one is broken up and falls incomplete.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Defense looking to keep the pressure on. Third down coming up. He hands it off from the gun. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the punt team now on to kick it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Returner decides to fair catch this. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Back to pass. It's French. Receiver makes the grab. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime.
Timeout, Georgia Southern.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. And he drops back in the gun. Caught quickly. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. He's got it out of the 25. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
take it away now to get this third quarter underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Eagles offense back on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And the Eagles will crank up the tempo. Scanning the field, it's French. Tries the right with a quick throw, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. The tight end makes the catch downfield. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
That's a first down for the offense.
And the Eagles line up on 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
It's second down after that completion. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the Eagles are moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. It's a shotgun run call. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And the Eagles come to the line to run the hurry up. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And they hand it off to the back. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. To the air, it's French. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
And I love that big target on third down. He's got great athletic ability, but it's his size that creates such a matchup advantage. And when you get to third down, just put it up in the air and let him come down with it.
And the Eagles will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And that run produces a decent gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. That puts them on top in the second half. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7.
That makes the score Georgia Southern 14, Fresno State 7.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Set to kick off.
They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. The Fresno State offense is back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. It's a short completion to the big tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
29-yard line. 2nd down.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Back to throw. It's Keene. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the tide runs down here in the 3rd quarter. Kirk, it's Georgia Southern in front right now, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. Breaking free at midfield. Brought down and crosses midfield to the 46.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience. The hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And the quarterback keeps it here. Running with purpose. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Here's the 2nd down play. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Defense is coming after him. Can't find anybody on 3rd down, throws it away, and now 4th down coming up.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. Met will bounce and go out of bounds inside the 10. Great punt to pin the offense back. Here comes the Georgia Southern offense back on the field. Looking to pass. It's French. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They tackle him about the 14.
Hey, I can understand the play call here, backed up deep in your own territory, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, but you got to be careful being too conservative, because this defense right now, they're trying to get the football back, and they're selling out against this run game.
And the Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up. 3rd down, out of the shotgun. Catch hauled in here over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the Eagles have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A 1st down drop here in the middle of the field. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And they get him down after the completion.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
To the air, it's French. From the pocket, delivers over the middle, and the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead, they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
And the Eagles pick up enough for a 1st down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Crucial play for both offense and defense. We'll see what we get here on 3rd and 4. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Boy, a questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
And the Eagles will bring their punt team on the field now. With the return, it's Moss. And the returner being brought down. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Pass complete for a 1st down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. First down and 10 now. Dropping back, it's Keene. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quick completion to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Oh, just a really heads-up play by this receiver. Yeah, he maybe could have fought to get the 1st down, but I love the fact he got out of bounds. You save your timeouts, you stop the clock, the offense has a chance to regroup, and now you're in striking distance to get the right play called at the right time.
Looking to throw yet again. The sure hands. It's Moss. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. No, he didn't make it. They stopped him short on 4th down. That could be the play of the game, and that could do it. He'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards, and now it's 2nd down and 8. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here's that defense shifting again. And the Eagles will line up on 1st and 10. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee.